with your new Toyo tires.
Oh! There's a UFC fighter in my truck.
That's Francis Ngannou. Every set of Toyo tires comes with toughness.
Awesome!
So if I put Toyo tires on my car, I get one too?
Yep.
I'll take him.
Yeah! Still got it! Yes! Woo! Yes! In your face!
Baja racing is different than any kind of racing in that you're exposed to so many different elements.
To win a Baja 500, it takes everything. Everything has to come together at once. We're winning Baja 500s by 11 seconds these days.
You know, the fans in Baja, this off-road racing is their sport. They eat it up.
You're always going to have some nerves, some butterflies. As soon as that green flag drops and you stomp on the pedal, all that goes away and you just do what comes natural.
This year we're starting at Estero, which is a short course track, and we're going to go side by side.
It will definitely be a race to see who gets through the gate first.
It's very difficult, it's very technical, but also in the desert, it's very, very fast.
It's the most Wild West, gnarly, crazy race in the world.
One little mistake basically takes you out of the contention for the top spot.
If you're not in it to win it from the start line, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Everybody's pinned all the time because if I'm not pinned, then, you know, Bryce is pinned. So we all got to drive right at that 10/10 level because somebody's going to make it to the finish line without trouble.
It ain't over till it's over, and you just keep pushing until you get to the finish line.
I win. Damn it, I'm late.
All set with your new Toyo tires.
Go! There's a UFC fighter in my truck.
That's Francis Ngannou. Every set of Toyo tires comes with toughness.
Awesome!
So if I put Toyo tires on my car, I get one too?
Yep.
I'll take him.
Yeah! Still got it! Yes! Woo! Yes! In your face! What?
Hey, this is Tavo Vildosola, and we're just getting ready to go out for a little drive. This is just your typical Monday for us off-road drivers.
Number one, trying to run for 25 hours straight is always a challenge on the crew, on the drivers, on the equipment. So everyone's got to be really heads up and diligent and careful out there to begin with. We're also running the Audi R8 GT3 car, which is one of the fastest GT cars out there. So we're dealing with a lot of traffic and working around people. So there's a lot of different things that come into play for a 25-hour.
Teamwork is everything in endurance racing. You've got, in our case, 4 drivers, you've got tire changes, you have mechanics. If one person falls short, you can sacrifice the entire effort. So everybody working together, pulling in the same direction. And really the key to this race is focusing on doing the best job of the things you can control, and the stuff you can't control, not worrying about it too much.
Just came up on the number 33 Nissan, and he was going pretty slow, and I just got alongside of him, or what I felt like was alongside of him, turned it into 11, and my right front hit his left rear right behind the driver's door. So that was it.
What's going on with the suspension?
The tie rod is broken, and that looks like it's about it.
I'm Scott Birdsall. I'm here racing the Pikes Peak Hill Climb, and I'm here with Old Smoky F1.
What's up, guys? My name is Tyler Pappas, and this is our 2017 BMW M2 that we prepared for Pikes Peak. We're here in downtown Colorado Springs with Toyo tires.
Hi, my name is Clinton Boschultz. Running the 97th annual Pikes Peak Hill Climb.
So the big changes we made from last year to this year on this truck is this year we're using a Dynamite diesel 6.7 liter Cummins. And what that does is gives us a lot better spool coming out of the corners, a lot more displacement to run the turbos. We've changed the turbo setup to a kind of unconventional compound setup. It's a 65 millimeter and a 70 millimeter Garrett GTX series turbos. And what those allow it to do is to move lots more air and to spool much quicker out of the corners.
This car was won last year successfully in club racing, NASA events, and things like that. And this year we transformed it for Pikes Peak, the event, and other time attack events that we'll be doing this year with the car. Most notably, we've increased the aero on the car to kind of be up to the task for this event, especially. We've increased safety by adding a new seat, reinforcing the cage, adding a fuel cell, things that you really have to do when you're here and the stakes are as high as they are at Pikes Peak.
Last year's car was the 12C, much different aero package. This one has different headlights, different canards, different spoiler, or splitter and a different spoiler. Cockpit's about the only thing on this vehicle that's the same, cockpit and engine. They both run a 3.8 V8, but everything else is completely different. So the cockpit's the same. Suspension, this car is wider, so it has a better, track width. It's a little bit longer.
This year we made a nice custom low-profile dash, wrapped it in suede and had it stitched up. That was super helpful for vision. It also allowed me to lower my Sparco seating position to give me added headroom clearance over our roll cage and also better viewing of the car, which was a problem for us last year. We also have a KMP drivetrain solutions from the Netherlands, custom steering wheel, paddle shift for our 7-speed DCT transmission, as well as an AIM, full data logging dash. We've utilized some M235 IR custom BMW Motorsport composite floor pan and center console there to kind of finish it off and give it like that really nice look. And basically just kind of made this thing as minimal as possible while still getting the job done and looking right.
The aero package we've left the same. The only thing we've really added was the canards on it. And I've got the rear APR tri-level wing at maximum attack.
Maximum attack, explain maximum attack.
Well, when you got maximum attack, what happens is you've got this element right here, and you can adjust this for more resistance basically to the wind, and maximum attack is as high up as it goes. And at maximum attack, when this is straight up and down, this right here receives more downforce. So it creates drag, but it puts the rear of the truck down on the ground more.
The car last year was a quick car. It just, it wasn't made for Pikes Peak. It was made more for, the track. This car has adapted to Pikes Peak quite well. My time has improved it. So we're looking forward to a much better result for Flying Lizard Toyo tires on Sunday, June 30th, 97th running Pikes Peak Hill Climb.
So to keep the truck from cooking itself and overheating again, what we've done is we've had this big Nitrous Express 7-gallon reservoir here, and then we went and bought an RV pump and literally some garden sprayers. So we've got misters inside the radiator in here. I don't know if you can see the lines poking up through the side, but what that does is it atomizes water and sprays it through the radiator to get more cooling effect. And there's also one single mister on the intercooler, and that'll help keep the intake charge down, which also keeps EGTs down, and then that also keeps your engine temps down.
Another thing that we added for this event, custom wing mounts. There's an AJ Hartman Aero, a dual element rear wing. It's fully adjustable. It's providing about 750 pounds of downforce at 100 miles an hour. We're running Apex wheels, Toyo RR tires. We've installed a fuel cell and safety cage around that fuel cell, multiple fuel pumps, and a meth injection system to keep this thing running cool on track.
say you have illegal modifications, the first thing he's gonna say is pop the hood. And I'm like, okay, well, we'll pop the hood, not realizing it's a Porsche. You know, you get here, you're like, all right, officer, you ready to see my hood? Boom, here's the trunk. So most people, if you don't know or you do know, Porsches are a rear engine, so the engines are in the back. Thankfully with these cars too, even if it's highly modified, when you go to pop it up, there's a lot of plastic and fans covering it. So really all you can see is the intake. The only thing that's visible from here on our vehicle is the eVenturi carbon fiber intake system that they just debuted. So we're the first one in the US to have it on our car. Works really well. I mean, it's capable for 1,000 horsepower. So all the guys out there, that's the G. So
man, that is a sleeper. There's no way they can get you for anything.
No. So do you think I can go out there and do this? Like, I'm not trying to blow the motor, but that's what he's telling me.
Well, there's safety perimeters in there, so if you do go in the map sensor, just bring it back. I'll drop the boost.
Are you sure? I mean, I'll go.
Send it. You'll hit safety perimeters.
Let's go. YOLO.
You heard it. Map sensor only reads at 31 PSI. I think they got it turned up to 33. So Alex thinks it's good to go, so they're just going to do it.
Morning, my name is Alex Soto from Sheepy Race, here with Ravi from CSF, kind of just helping him with the technical end of the cars while he drives and enjoys them. Both cars are on Cyvex, which we're master distributor for, and know the ins and outs of them to make sure the cars operate properly and go down the track as they should. So,
what's in this Evo? It looks pretty crazy. And
so this Evo is really wild. I mean, we'll start from the stuff that we make. We did the entire turbo kit. Uses a Garrett GTX 3585 turbo. Turbo Smart components to control all the boost, XRP hose and hose ends to make sure nothing gets leaked. Cyvex standalone management. Ryan from Rywire did the entire wire loom on the entire chassis. Dry sump setup, Magnus intake manifold. All done by LTMW Motorworks as far as the body goes. So.
Cool. How long did it take to put this thing together?
So between all the shops, putting the car together, it took us roughly about a year. It was a lot of work. When we got the car, it was literally a bare shell. So we had to redo the whole thing from top to bottom. Luckily, all the shops that were involved worked together and made sure to execute the project correctly. So.
Any challenges in tuning this thing?
Challenges tuning? No, not really. I mean, in motorsports, a four-stroke engine's a four-stroke engine. So give it the fuel for the air, and I think the most challenging thing is delivering the power to the ground accordingly. So, having background in drag racing, that's something we do very well. So a lot of things is like, you hear other supercharger people say that there's turbo lag and you shouldn't buy turbo cars because they lag. So I'm just gonna roll in the throttle and show you that how responsive it is, right? Second gear. How lag there.
How is the power band on this? Very peaky, or is it nice and linear?
Nice and linear. It's a mid-frame turbo, so it's very instant. It doesn't fall off in between gears at all. Very well-balanced car, half-mile drag racing, road racing. Ravi essentially wanted to build a car he could go to any event and have some fun. Not be the best at, but just go out, have fun, be competitive, and be able to participate in all forms of motorsports, not just one. While most people build a car for one certain style of motorsports, Ravi built this car for all forms of motorsports.
This is our new 2014 991 Turbo S. It's making almost 1,000 horsepower to the wheels, 986 to be exact. So we just put some new R888Rs on the car. The car is built by Evolution Motorsports in Arizona. Engines by Evo Spec, also from Arizona. And inside we got some nice Sparco race seats, GMG WC roll cage, along with all the safety requirements needed to be able to go faster than 180 at the event. Next to it is our Evo 10 project, which I'm sure a lot of people have seen. It's making about 680 to the wheels, also on R888Rs, built by Sheepy Race and Moto IQ. Some of the other guys who have helped out with the project is Rywire, who did all the fuel and electrical, some components from Magnus Motorsports, and plumbed all through with HS79 hose by XRP. So we're really excited to be at this event, and we're going to give it our best shot, see how fast we can go.
All right, we're going to do a quick ride along. Yeah, I love squeezing in these things. you got in here?
A little bit of Japanese action. It's
Yeah?
2JZ swap.
Yeah, it sounded like a 2J. How much power are you pushing?
Between probably 750 and 850.
Damn, that's it?
It's just a baby turbo.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What size turbo?
It's a Garrett GTX 3584 RS.
Nice. How much boost are you pushing?
Well, at lower speeds 20, at upper speeds maybe 28.
Okay. Pump?
No, 85.
85. Nice. No match? Oh, no. 80. You're doing 85, obviously. Okay.
Yeah.
And why the R888Rs?
Because they're grippy, they look great, and I like them. Toyo kind of rocks, I think.
And I saw online that you did the fender work. You did that yourself, right?
Yeah.
No?
I didn't do the body work, I just did the welding work.
Yeah, and it's steel. I got proper wide body on this thing.
Front fiberglass,
Ah,
rear
okay.
steel.
I'll see you out there.
All right, man, thanks.
Woo, 2J. Uber slow, bro. So what's the plan for this car?
Plan for this car is we just got it a week ago. We did as much as we could, but the ultimate plan is to take it to a time attack event that Motovicity runs called Speed Ring, which is in Detroit in September. So
Okay.
excited to do that. We're not sure how fast this will go a half mile.
Yeah.
It's mostly bolt-ons, exhaust, a lot of cooling upgrades. So it's mostly stock horsepower, but you know, we're just trying to have a respectable number maybe.
Yeah.
And right now we're about to go head-to-head against S3 Civic Type R, which kind of also has kind of the same type of build with mostly bolt-ons. So we kind of want to see who's the fastest at the end of the half.
Cool. You guys have what? You guys Toyos as well? Yeah. What? RAAA? No, that's R1Rs, right?
Yeah, we have R1Rs as well.
So you guys choose the R1Rs, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Because we also want to run the street class at the time attack event, so R1Rs were, you know, perfect fit.
perimeters in there, so if you do go in the map sensor, just bring it back, I'll drop the boost.
Are you sure? I mean, I'll go.
Send it, you'll hit safety perimeters.
Let's go, YOLO.
think people don't realize how gnarly the race course really is.
This game is different now. We have never, ever competed in these conditions.
We're not only going to go through a lot of water and a lot of mud, but we're going to go through the gnarliest terrain that any race in the world goes through.
We're going to go out there into the unknown and hope that everything looks okay and we get through smooth. But if not, that's what makes Baja Baja.
Team Toyo has assembled the best drivers in Baja. Andy and Bryce, Robbie and BJ.
The Ampudia family, you got Alan, Aaron driving the trophy truck, and it seems like every single race they step it up. In the rain, it's like it's good to be up front because it won't be super muddy and blown out, but also you're gonna be the one blowing out all the water and all the puddles, so you have an advantage but also a disadvantage.
The crazy part about the Baja 1000 is that, you know, the majority of the race is actually at night. I'm gonna get in the truck at about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, and my whole section won't be in the dark.
Rumor has it there was a small rollover. 31 is at race mile 308.
We don't know anything. So right now, they're sitting there by themselves in the dark with the truck upside down, waiting to get help. Yeah. They have no radio, nothing, because all the antennas are in the dirt. So as long as we could get it flipped over and assessed, hopefully once we get to the highway, we'll find out if we can get it back in the race.
5 miles, Greg.
Here we are, coming in on this side, on the left. Coming in, coming in, coming in.
We just got to main pit. We were first on the road, and about 30 miles from here, I tried to center and miss a water puddle and clipped a bush, and behind the bush was a massive rock, and it sent us on 2 wheels. And I turned into it and saved it that way, but then it hiked and flipped, so not what we wanted, man. Hopefully Andy could make up some time and still win that championship, but my Toyo teammate Alan Ampudia and Aaron are out running front right now. They're crushing it. If we're not going to win, I want them to win this one, so keep going, boys.
We had a trophy truck come through, hauling butt. We could not use like crazy, but literally, he was doing over 100 miles an hour.
Alan Ampudia is in first. It is going to be an epic finish as these drivers have been back and forth throughout the last whole half of the course here on this brutal 800-mile Baja 1000. Folks, we have our first trophy truck across the line. The Ampudia brothers. Alan is sitting in the driver's seat, Papa some beer, 4 local trophy truck. It was a battle royale. He came out on top, folks. Here he comes out of Ensenada right here.
It's an amazing feeling, and crossing the line over here at the Riviera, seeing all my family. I mean, my dad and my mom, they put so much effort into us. We can't thank them enough, and obviously everyone else in the team.
So it was a long day. It was really fun. It was really muddy. It was a stacked field. The best of the best was out here today. And with this class running the trophy truck this year, everyone's winning by seconds in the 400, the 500. So our tires ran great all day. No issues. I mean, it takes a perfect day to win at the Baja 1000, and thank God we did today.